Hello and welcome to the IPBES Data Management tutorials. Today we'll be covering guidelines for the use of external data within the chapter on data management of active research data. My name is Tim Hirsch and I'm Deputy Director at GBIF, the Global Biodiversity Information Facility. I also act as a resource person for the Task Force on Knowledge and Data within IPBES. I'm going to start with some guiding principles for the use of external data in the IPBES assessment process. First of all, external data must be findable and accessible. It should be absolutely clear to any reader where data used in the assessment has come from, and straightforward to return to the original source of the data in order to check and reproduce the analysis or interpretation provided by the assessment authors. To make this possible, external data must be cited correctly, ideally using a DOI, a digital object identifier, provided by the platform from which the data has been accessed. This is essential to provide attribution and credit to those institutions and individuals who've made their data available via open platforms, and to achieve transparency and reproducibility for the IPBES assessment. Data on the occurrence of species in space and over time can be freely discovered and accessed through a variety of platforms depending on the focus and purpose of the study. GBIF brings together data sets from all parts of the world, covering all taxa and all types of ecosystem. The Ocean Biodiversity Information System, IPBES, specializes in marine data and includes data attributes and filters of special interest to ocean research. A variety of national platforms, examples shown here are for Australia and Brazil, provide national context, including additional spatial layers and country-specific information. These platforms share many of the same data standards and processing tools, and indeed the same data sets, and they should be seen as complementary rather than duplicative means of sharing and accessing primary data on biodiversity. Biodiversity data originating from many different kinds of evidence may be brought together for analysis through the use of common standards. Taking GBIF as an example, data can start off as digitized information from specimens in natural history collections, as field observations by researchers and citizen scientists, as literature, including both historic and current books and journals, as remote-sensed information, including, for example, satellite tracking of animals, and as DNA sequences with spatial and temporal metadata derived from sampling of the environment. Each of these diverse types of evidence may be expressed using a standard set of terms known as the Darwin core, to describe, for example, the taxonomic, spatial, and temporal information required for a species occurrence record. Once formatted in this way and shared through a registered access point, large volumes of data may be harvested and indexed to enable discovery and use via a portal or an API, an application programming interface. Here's an example of the way in which standardized biodiversity data may be discovered and accessed via a central platform. In this case, I wish to find all records on the occurrence of reptiles in China that have been shared through GBIF. This involves adding filters for the scientific name, reptilia, and country, China, in the occurrence search. The results are plotted on the map, and some of the images associated with these records are shown in the bottom right of this slide. Results may be further filtered using a variety of different parameters, for example, to exclude fossils or to cover a particular date range. When I'm satisfied with the filtered data and order a download, GBIF provides me with a recommended citation, including a DOI, which is unique to this particular data download. When used in a citation, for example, within an IPBES assessment, the DOI will resolve to a page showing each of the 44 original datasets whose records were included in this search for reptiles in China. This enables the data holders to track how the data they have shared through platforms such as GBIF are being reused in research and assessments, thus providing an incentive for data sharing and increasing the completeness of open data. Using correct citation in this way also enables assessment users to dig back into the original data and to repeat the analysis with updated records if required. Thanks to the other contributors who helped to prepare the content for this chapter. I hope you found this short introduction to the use of external data useful. Feel free to contact us at tsu.data@ipbes.net.